Destiny, and today we are going to be trying out Sparxie and Silverwolf. Silverwolf is one of my favorite characters, so I'm super excited for today. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know one of your favorite characters in Honkai Star Rail. And if you would like to see more content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's showcase, we are going to be using Sparxie, Sparkle, Dan Heng, and then Silverwolf. And in the slot of Dan Heng, if you would like, you can use a character like Hua. And I have also tried other showcases without Yao Guang, with, for example, Cypher with the Remembered Trailblazer, and so on. And today we are going to be featuring Silverwolf. I love Silverwolf so much. She's my favorite Celeron hunter, so anytime I get a chance to show her off, I will absolutely try my best to do so. With Dan Heng here, we are going to have to use our skill here on Sparxie, as we initiated combat with Silverwolf, which actually made her the bond mate, so we will have to swap over to Sparxie so she can take advantage of those attack buffs. As for Silverwolf, thankfully we just have to basic attack in order to get her ultimate here, and we're gonna hold off on using the ultimates. And now with Sparkle, we want to now use our ultimates with Sparkle, Silverwolf, and Dan Heng, and the reason I'm doing this is just so we can inflict all of the debuffs onto these enemies. And now with Silverwolf, we can debuff all of these enemies with her ultimate, and then on top of that, we can also use Dan Heng's ultimate. Silverwolf will also be able to deal a decent chunk of damage herself, and now that we have all of these debuffs inflicted onto these enemies, now we can nicely take advantage of Sparxie's livestream and deal a bunch of damage here. So we're just going to keep enhancing the basic attack. We were able to enhance it 13 times, so pretty good stuff here, and boom, there we go. 900,000 damage right there. We are going to take a bit of damage here, perfectly fine. Aha instant time, so another nice chunk of damage here. 1.8 million. Now with Silverwolf, I will just use her skill here. There we go. With Dan Heng, we will just basic attack, and now Soul Dragon will come in, which is perfect. I will actually advance towards Silverwolf here, and the reason I'm doing this is so that I can actually get her ultimate and just debuff once again, as well as deal some additional damage here. So we're going to take advantage of the ultimate. Boom, there we go. And now we can also use the Sparxie ultimate. And now we're just going to continuously enhance our basic attack and deal as much damage as possible onto these enemies here. We're able to enhance it 14 times, and boom, there we go. Now we're on to the next wave. We're thankfully able to deal enough damage in the previous wave of enemies in order to still be in the 0 cycle here. We're just going to take Sparxie into the subfield, and thankfully, since I also had Sparkle's ultimate there, we do have a nice amount of skill points going into this wave here, so I can just take advantage of these so that we can deal some decent damage onto these enemies here. Now, Aha Instant, this actually might be enough to get us out of the subfield. Oh my gosh, 1% on the subfield. Okay, that is a little unfortunate for sure, but it's okay. What we could do is just basic here, advance forward with Sparkle, and oh my gosh, I really need to get rid of this subfield. It's literally 1%. No! Well, with Sparxie, we could actually just basic attack here and now get out of the subfield, so it's fine. We can now use the ultimate and just deal some more damage onto this enemy here. We also have an Aha instant, so we can take advantage of that additional punchline from the ultimate as well. Soul Dragon will come in. Now with Silverwolf, I will skill, and the reason why is I want some more energy so I can use her ultimate soon, as this will be very nice to just further debuff these enemies when the time comes. We're just gonna keep enhancing this basic attack. I was able to enhance it 17 times, so pretty good stuff right there. And wha-bam, 35%. Okay. Oh nice, we got the Sparkle ultimate. Let's just use that as well. Get some more skill points here. There we go. We also have all of these debuffs on the big Sparxie here. I'm really hoping that this Aha instant is enough. Will this be enough damage? Come on. Ah, 5%. Okay. Really close, but it's okay. We actually are in a pretty decent spot right now. We have Silverwolf's ultimate. We have 8 skill points available for Sparxie, so not bad at all. We can just use the Silverwolf ultimate here. There we go. Select all of our debuffs. And with Sparxie, we're just going to keep enhancing the basic attack here. All right, we were able to enhance it 16 times. Pretty good. Boom. boom, 60% remaining. With Silver Wolf, I'm just going to basic attack the TV, as this will increase the all-type res pen of the characters in the subfield. We can just advance forward Sparxie here, and I don't really have many skill points, but it's okay. We'll just do what we can. We can also use the ultimate, just further reduce the HP in that subfield. Once again, hit the TV. We want to get those 4 out of 4 stacks here, which we will actually be able to do with Soul Dragon here, hitting all the TVs. There we go. Some more all-type res pen for Sparxie, and we are just going to basic. All right, Soul Dragon, Sparxie, there we go. Now we can actually use Sparkle's ultimate, so we'll have a nice amount of skill points here. Oh, there is one big problem here though. We don't have certified banger. If you are using a team without Yao Guang, this is something that can definitely happen, as Yao Guang being able to trigger Aha Instant more frequently definitely helps out with the certified banger uptime. And it's just kind of unfortunate because we literally had Aha Instant ready to happen. So we're just gonna enhance this basic attack. Unfortunately, it won't deal as much damage, but that is what happens when you do not have certified banger on Sparxie. Oh wait, okay, we get another Aha Instant at least, but a little unfortunate that we weren't able to basically take advantage of 2 Aha Instances in a row and just deal so much damage onto Sparxie here. But it is a-okay. We are just going to skill. I want to just use the ultimate here with Silver Wolf, and boop. I think that actually could have counted as a boom maybe with how much damage we dealt. All right, Sparxie time. This actually might be enough for us to clear here. Let's see. All right, we were able to enhance the basic attack 14 times, and what? Bam! There we go. 2.4 million damage. In all honesty, I think if we were able to get out of that subfield sooner, and if we didn't run out of certified banger when we did, I could definitely see this becoming a potential 1 cycle clear instead. I'm very happy that I got to try out Silver Wolf with Sparxie, as that has been something I've been waiting to do for a little bit now. But we have Sparxie here, and I also want to go over what does Silver Wolf provide for a Sparxie team in particular. When it comes to the light cone, we are using her signature light cone, but if you do not intend to pull this light cone, if you do decide to get the battle pass, what you could do is get today's good luck. This will increase the wearer's crit rate, and then when the wearer uses an elation skill, now you'll also get an elation buff as well, and this will stack up to 2 times. So this can definitely be an option to consider using on Sparxie. Sparxie can nicely take advantage of the crit rate as well as the additional elation boost. We also have Mushy Shroomies Adventures, which will be able to increase the wearer's elation, and when they use their elation skill, it'll increase the elation damage taken by all enemies by 10%. So this definitely can also be another option. When I look at this light cone just gives me Sparxie vibes based on the art. Just look at the cute little mushrooms. It's so adorable. Also, some of the little mushrooms look like the little Astro Express members. Like we have one that looks like little March, a little Don Hong, and then a little Sunday. That is so freaking cute. As for the traces, they are maxed out. As for the relics, we are using Tengoku at Livestream and Everglorious Magical Girl. We have 31 substats, and we are using attack boots, attack sphere, and then attack rope. You can also consider using energy regen rope. That is an option as well. And if we did have energy regen rope, there could have been some scenarios where we actually got our ultimate a little bit sooner, resulting in us being able to take advantage of it sooner. But either way, I like attack rope as well as energy regen rope through my testing so far. I would say that I'm definitely a fan of both options. As for the Eidolon, she is E0, and I actually do plan to showcase Sparxie's Eidolons very soon, so do stay tuned for that as well, just for me to compare her E1, comparing her signature light cone, and then also potentially just going through each of these Eidolons here and what they'll be able to provide for Sparxie. Now for Sparkle, here she is, and this is our build. We're just focusing heavily on the crit damage as well as the speed, energy regen rope. We are using her signature, but you can definitely use alternative harmony options that you have as well. We have the traces maxed out. For the relics, we are using Lushaka and Ordeal. The Lushaka attack buff will be going to Sparxie, and then as for Ordeal, this will be able to provide even more crit damage, which Sparxie can nicely take advantage of crit rate and crit damage. And as for Sparkle's Eidolons, E0, I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. Now we have Don Hung, and here are his stats. We we do have a signature light cone, but you could absolutely use On the Fall of an Aeon as a free-to-play option, especially if you do not have many preservation options to use on him, or just many light cone options in general to use on him. As for the traces, they're maxed out, and as for the relics, we're using Lushaka once again. The attack buff will be going to Sparxie, and we have the Self-Enshrouded set, which is one of Don Hung's best 4-piece options. As for the Eidolons, he's also E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. Once again, if you would like to use Huahua in this slot, you can definitely do that as well. As for Silverwolf, here she is. She'll be able to inflict a bunch of defense reduction debuffs onto enemies. We do have Cypher's Light Cone, but you can absolutely use different options. The free-to-play option before the tutorial mission begins can be an option you can consider. You can use Resolution Shines as Pearls as Sweat. There's also Holiday Escapade as an option, and so on. Also, this light cone art is so freaking cute. Look at little Ika. Oh my gosh. I just absolutely love that artwork. For the traces, maxed out. For the relics, we're using Lushaka and Eagle of Twilight Line. So if you would rather use a different 4-piece set, that is perfectly fine. Eagle of Twilight Line is mainly here so that after we use Silverwolf's ultimate, Silverwolf will get advanced forward by 25%, resulting in her attacking a bit more frequently, which can result in her getting her ultimate again faster, as well as also being able to nicely upkeep the debuffs that are inflicted onto enemies. So that Sparxie is able to nicely take advantage of this to deal more damage onto enemies. And as for Lushaka, once again, this attack buff is going to Sparxie. Lushaka can stack as well, for those that did not know that. And you can also use alternative planar options if you'd like. So for example, Von Wack or other supportive options, that's perfectly fine. Eidolons, we have an E0 Silverwolf. I have not activated any of her Eidolons, as you all can see. If you did have an E1 potentially on one of these characters, I feel like that would definitely help out with getting that one cycle clear. But even with the E0s, we were close. It was just a little unfortunate when we ran out of the certified banger state near the end there. Now, when it comes to Sparxie without Yao Guang, I have said this in previous videos, but I do highly recommend Yao Guang for Sparxie due to the fact that Yao Guang will be able to trigger Aha Instant more frequently. This will result in a better uptime of the certified banger state, which certified banger on Sparxie is very important for her kit, as this will allow her to deal Fire Elation damage with her ultimate as well as her enhanced basic attack. So because of that, you'll definitely want to ensure that you have the certified banger state essentially at all times on Sparxie. As you all saw when I did use Sparxie's enhanced basic attack without certified banger, her damage was pretty lackluster in comparison to her damage if she has certified banger. And also being able to trigger Aha Instant more frequently results in a bit more punchline being stored as well with the certified banger state. Yao Guang in particular with her ultimate will be able to trigger Aha Instant, and it'll be 20 fixed punchline as well. You'll be able to nicely take advantage of that, as the more punchline you have, the higher the elation damage dealt by your elation characters. Additional perks Yao Guang provides is also going to be the fact that with her skill, she can increase elation of all characters based on her own elation, so this can nicely benefit Sparxie as well, as elation characters do not scale off of normal damage percentage buffs. So because of that, Yao Guang's skill is very useful here for being able to further increase the damage potential of Sparxie, as well as any future elation character. As for Yao Guang's talent, we can nicely take advantage of the Great Boon effect with Sparxie, which just results in more damage output overall. The elation skill will inflict Woe's Whisper on all enemies, which will be able to inflict a 16% vulnerability debuff onto all enemies. And Yao Guang will also be able to recover 1 skill point after she uses her elation skill, resulting in more skill points being available for a character like Sparxie. And in the case of Yao Guang, you can also nicely utilize her basic attack, so she can help with skill point regeneration for the team. And she also will be built to be a very fast character, and since you'll have 2 elation characters on the team, this will actually help with more frequent Aha Instant, due to the fact that Aha Instant is based on how many elation characters you have on your team as well as their speeds. So Yao Guang being built to be a very fast character will be very useful for just helping out with Aha Instant triggering more frequently. Of course, as we get more elation characters in the future, then it'll be easier for Aha Instant to trigger more frequently, as you will have more elation characters paired alongside one another, as Sparxie does have additional benefits if you have 3 or more elation characters on the team. So in the future, I could definitely see her final team or one of her more premium teams being Sparxie alongside 2 other elation characters or even 3 other elation characters. Overall though, I had a lot of fun testing out Silverwolf with Sparxie. I'm really hoping the new Silverwolf is also an elation character. I would love to use these 2 together. Like, imagine elation Silverwolf and just how cool she looked with her wings as well when they revealed her design. I am so excited for the new Silverwolf. Cannot wait. And that'll be all for today's video. If you did enjoy, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video. Let me know if you're excited for Sparxie, or if you're even excited for Asheville, who will be coming in version 4.1, or any of the other revealed characters that they have shown off, if you're excited for any of them in particular. And I hope all of you have a great day as well. Peace.